Good morning, students. Today we are going to start a new chapter, water, and here I am going to explain you the introduction of water and physical properties of water. Let us start with introduction of water. The chemical formula of water is H2O and its chemical name is dihydrogen oxide. Here are two hydrogen, so it is dihydrogen, one oxygen, so it is oxide. Its molecular mass is 18 AMU and water is a covalent compound. Let us see in the diagram. Water, it has one oxygen atom and two hydrogen atoms. As we know, oxygen requires two electrons to complete its octet. So it shares one electron with this hydrogen and one electron with this hydrogen, so it completes its octet. On the other hand, hydrogen completed its duplet, and here we can see there is a sharing of a pair of electron. That means here a single bond is formed. So we can see here oxygen and hydrogen, there is a single bond. Similarly, oxygen and hydrogen, there is a single bond. So water is a covalent compound. Water is very important. More than 70% of the Earth's surface is covered with water. Availability of water is 70% on the Earth's surface. But out of 70%, 97.5% is salty water and only 2.5% is fresh water. Water occurs in both free as well as combined state. So water, it is very common and very important. Water has a unique property. It exists in all three physical states: solid, ice, as liquid, water, and as gas, it is water vapor. Let us see in the diagram. Here is snow. It is the solid form of water. Here is water. It is the liquid form. And here is vapor. It is the gaseous form of water. So water exists in all three states. And how does water recycled in the surrounding on the earth surface? It is recycled by the process of water cycle. How it happens? Sunlight. When sunlight falls on the water bodies, here is ocean, then water evaporates, and after evaporation it forms the cloud. When the cloud condenses, again the water droplets falls on the water bodies, and in this way this water is recycled. Let us move to the next topic, physical properties of water. Properties of water. The first one is nature. Pure water is a clear, transparent liquid which is colorless, odorless, and tasteless. But we can find there are different types of water which has some taste. So there is a question: why is some water tasty? Some water is tasty due to presence of dissolved gases and solids in it. Some gases like carbon dioxide dissolve in water and give its taste. Some solid salts they dissolve in water and give the water taste. But pure water is tasteless. Second property is boiling point. Boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. This boiling point of water is for pure water. At 760 mm, that is 1 atmospheric pressure, this is the normal pressure. How does the water affected by pressure? Let us see the effect of pressure. Boiling point, it is directly proportional to pressure. More pressure, more boiling point. Less pressure, less boiling point. What is the use of this pressure? Working of pressure cooker. In the hills, water boils less than 100 degrees Celsius because the atmospheric pressure is low there. So food is not properly cooked. In this case, people use pressure cooker in hilly area. In our houses also pressure cooker is used due to this reason. Boiling point of water also decreases due to the presence of dissolved impurities in it. If some impurities are dissolved, then boiling point of water will also decrease. Next property is freezing point of water or melting point of ice. Pure water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius at normal pressure, that is 1 atmosphere, and ice melts at 0 degree Celsius at the same pressure. How does freezing point of water change? Freezing point of water decreases with increase in pressure and due to the presence of dissolved impurities in it. If pressure will increase, freezing point of water will decrease. If some impurities will be dissolved into water, then also the freezing point will decrease. Let us move to next property, density. Water has maximum density at 4 degree Celsius, but here it has the minimum volume. Maximum density, that is 1 gram per centimeter cube or 1000 kg per meter cube, but here it has the minimum volume. Let us see in the diagram. In this graph we can see on the x-axis it is temperature, on the y-axis it is density. Here is the temperature -10 degrees Celsius, -5, 0, 5. So before 5 there will be 4 degrees Celsius. We can say here density 0.998, 0.9991. As the temperature increases, we can see the density also increases. At 4 degrees Celsius we can see water has the maximum density of 1 gram per centimeter cube, because from here it is falling down. So water has maximum density as 4 degrees Celsius. Water has a more unique property, anomalous expansion of water. Water when cools, it first contracts in volume. When water cools, it contracts like other liquids, because other substances also contract on cooling. But below 4 degrees Celsius, it starts expanding. When the temperature comes below 4, it starts expanding and continue till the temperature reaches 0 degree Celsius. Let us see in the diagram. Here 0 degrees Celsius, 1 degree, 4 degrees Celsius. At 4 degrees Celsius it has the maximum density but minimum volume. It has minimum volume at 4 degrees Celsius. At 3 we can find it is more volume. At 2 more volume. At 0 degrees Celsius we can see it has the maximum volume. At 0 degrees Celsius water turns into ice. Here ice has the maximum volume because it expands here, and ice floats over water. Now the question is, what is the use of anomalous expansion of water? It enables marine life to exist in colder regions, because when the water freezes on the surface, it remains a liquid below the ice layer. Here water freezes, here is the ice. As ice has less density, density of ice is 0.92 gram per centimeter cube and water is 1 gram per centimeter cube. So ice floats on the surface of water. Also ice is bad conductor of heat, so it keeps the water inside it at a normal temperature. So at here is as usual temperature, and marine life survive very easily in this condition. Latent heat of fusion of ice. It is the amount of heat required to change a substance from solid state to its liquid state. That means if we have a solid substance 1 gram or 1 kg, if we want to change it into liquid, then whatever the amount of heat is required, this is called the latent heat of fusion of ice or latent heat of fusion of solid. Here we are taking ice without any change in temperature. latent heat of fusion of ice is 336 joule per gram. 1 joule of ice requires 336 joule energy to change into liquid water. Now a question arises, why has ice at 0 degrees Celsius greater cooling effect than water at 0 degrees Celsius? Ice temperature is 0 degrees Celsius, water temperature is 0 degrees Celsius, but ice gives greater cooling effect. Why? It is because of the latent heat of fusion of ice. Ice when kept on the palm takes energy equal to latent heat of fusion from the palm. That's why we feel cooler than the water at 0 degree Celsius. Next one is latent heat of vaporization of water. It is the amount of energy required to change water into vapor at its boiling point without any change in temperature. That means if we take 1 gram of water and we want to change into vapor, it requires 2268 joule energy, and this is the latent heat of vaporization. Why are burns caused by a steam more severe than burns caused by boiling water? Steam, it also had the temperature 100 degrees Celsius. Boiling water, it also had the temperature 100 degrees Celsius. But a steam, it causes severe burns than boiling water. It is because of the latent heat of vaporization of water. When a steam comes in contact with our body, it gives extra energy than water at 100 degree Celsius, which is in the form of latent heat of vaporization. That means we get extra energy. That's why we feel severe burns than boiling water. Dear students, here is some question for you. Explain why boiled or distilled water tastes flat. River and lakes do not freeze easily. And the second question, identify A, B, C, D in the given diagram. I hope the things are clear. If you have any doubt, then you will consult me. But don't miss to like it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Have a nice study.